I'm Pat.
And I'm Isaac, and welcome back to the Walkmen Comics podcast. And today we have 3 topics to talk about. The first one is how we got into comics. And we've never talked about how we got into comics, because we've been going for for 26 episodes.
Does anyone care? Leave a like if you care.
People do care.
Leave a like.
Well, you can't say that because no one watches us. But
no, that's not true. We got 10 views on the first day, and then none after that. But still, 10 views. That in the first hour it was uploaded.
Are you trying to make us seem even more depressing?
We are depressing.
Anyway, so basically, the first one is how we got into comics, and we've never talked about that, which is super surprising, because we've been going for 27 episodes, actually 26 episodes, we've talked about some pretty crazy stuff, but we've never talked about that.
Spider-Man.
We have talked about Spider-Man, yeah. We should have started this when, Spider-Man Homecoming came out, and we could have reviewed that. That would be so cool.
We didn't start the podcast till then. We didn't even come up with the idea until...
I came up with the idea of the podcast, actually. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, you don't want me here? Well, I don't contribute anyway.
Here we go. Let's do a one-man podcast.
I'd just be lonely.
And then this happened, and then that happened. Come back. We need a
Just grabbing my goggles.
Come on.
I'm grabbing my goggles.
Alright, so, basically, how about you start us out with how you got into comics?
Well, I emerged from the cinemas after seeing the Avengers. It was a misty
Which one? Was it the first one or Age of Ultron?
It was the first one.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, depends.
I was I emerged out of the shadows. I was so lost, and then I stumbled upon this comic book shop. I was like, they are comics, and that's how I got into comics.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not all what happened, actually.
Okay, but you did start out of
If I never saw
really
Avengers or Guardians, I probably would have never gotten into comics.
Yeah, Guardians is awesome. I love it.
Guardians of the Galaxy's best. Okay. So what really happened was, after I saw the Avengers for the 5th time, it was good. It was good, okay? Leave me alone. I was 10 or 11 at the time, maybe 13. I don't know. I walked out.
It was good.
I was like, hey, Dad, aren't these comic book characters? And Dad's yes, actually. It's can we go to the comic book store?
He was yeah, whatever, I don't care.
And I actually still have the very first Avengers comic. So, my Pop and Dad, we were we had a tour around the city, and I was like, hey guys, can we go find a comic book store? And we find 3 comic book stores. One in the city, which is really bad. And we find...
Which one was that?
I was do you know the one that's closing down?
Daily Planet Comics?
Yeah.
That's sad.
It was good.
Actually, it doesn't matter.
3 times I went in there, but then it just it was really hard to find after that. I kept moving. But it was really annoying.
It's in that place where you go underground, and then there's that alien statue.
Then I went to Ace Comics on Ipswich Road.
Oh yeah,
that's in Brisbane.
Yeah.
I was just this is my heaven. I've actually still got the first comic.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get to have a look.
If I still have it. Where is it? I have it here somewhere. I got too many comics. I got my goggles on.
There's vision. Shelves full of comics, which is awesome.
Here it is. And just a sample.
Yes. Perfect. Can I have a look at it?
No, you can't look at it.
No, well, why are you showing it to me then?
Take a photo. This is actually really good. I actually love this.
Where did you get this? I want to get that.
Ace Comics.
Oh, sweet.
I don't think that they have the series. They
don't still have it though, right?
Oh, it's volume 4. Yeah, they have the whole series there.
Wait, that was volume 4?
Pardon me. I liked it.
Started out with volume 4?
Well, I didn't realise there were volumes.
I don't care.
I was 4.
You said you were 13 a few minutes ago.
I was 9.
You were the 9.
I was 9.
I was the 9. Anyway, so that was funny that you're I was the 9.
I was the 9.
Anyway, so
I was in denial.
And then what happened next?
Yeah, after that, I kind of just went in every now and then, picked up a comic. It was fun reading them. I didn't really get serious about them until I saw Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014. And when I went in to find a Guardians comic, I found Brian Michael Bendis's... Oh, I want to ask something. You know Botox?
Yeah.
What if someone accidentally changed the letters around the buttocks? You put buttocks on your face?
That's not how you spell it. That's not how you spell it.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. Yeah, so after Guardians, I found Brian Michael Bendis' run. I actually liked it. It was pretty good. I read Guardians Disassembled, which was good. I didn't buy the book.
I've heard of that, yeah.
I got the book now because it was one of my favorites. And then I started getting into Guardians, Punisher, all this cool stuff. I found the Phantom. I found the Avengers. I kept reading the Avengers. At that time, the Avengers were cool, and they were written by Brian Michael Bendis.
Well, like, when they used to, like, keep on... Well, now what they're doing is they keep on switching it around and, like, taking people out, putting people in.
No, they haven't for about, like, 5 years.
Oh, okay. No, but, like... What do you mean?
They haven't changed
they did
the
that,
Avengers writer, but now they are.
No, I mean the people who are in the Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
I was confused about what you were saying.
What were you saying?
I thought you were talking about, like... No, they're the same.
So yeah. And then it's just gradually grown from here, and now... I think starting writing comics was also a big help, a big boost.
That was good,
Because if I never started writing comics, well, if I never read comics, I'd never write comics and draw them.
That would be so sad.
Yeah, that'd be depressing. We'd never meet each other.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tell the story about how we met, then, if you want.
Okay. How we met. I was going through a depressing time, and I had no friends at this point. I was lonely. And Miss it's like, hey, you should meet this kid. And this was obviously
Do you want to
Isaac.
bleep that out?
What?
Bleep her name out.
Yours?
No, bleep
no.
his name out.
Yeah, probably. A teacher.
He's like a school counselor.
Yeah. Miss Bleep.
Yeah.
Miss Bleep told me, go meet this kid. I saw him a few times at the bus stop, and I finally worked up the courage. What's the worst that can happen? I've already lost all my dignity. So I went up to him and I was like, hi, are you Isaac? He's like, yes, I am Isaac. We got on the bus, we were actually catching the bus, which was surprising. And I asked, hey, do you write comics? And he was like, yes, and he showed me his comic, and I was very amazed. He said...
That was when it was really bad.
No, it was good. It was good, bro.
Well... Yeah, the art does really suck, but the
story is good.
Yeah.
And then I showed him my comics, and he said, this is amazing. And then after that, we formed a friendship. Yay! And we met each other on the bus, like, every other day. Because I didn't catch the bus every day. Yay!
Yeah. Alright. We should stop this. Yeah, let's talk about how I got into comics. So, I really liked, when I was a kid, I really liked, what's the name? You know, Mega Man? Yeah, I really liked that, and, like...
It's so colourful without these glasses on.
And I got this comic where it's, like, what's the name? Mega Man and Sonic in a crossover. Sounds so weird, but, like, I really liked that, and then, yeah, that's, like, the only comics that I actually read, because, yeah. And then what happened was, me and my cousins were, like, going on this little, what's the name? Little road trip, I guess, to where we were staying for a bit. And, yeah, I was, like, 11 years old, I think. And, basically, what happened was, we were in the car for a while. I was with my cousin. He's like, turning 18 this year. And, yeah, he really liked, Marvel back then. Didn't know squat about DC, but...
DC really sucks. I'm just kidding.
It doesn't.
It's better than Marvel.
So yeah, he was like, he had like this big book of like the Avengers. Like I'm not sure if it was the same one as your one. It could have been the same one. Yeah, but basically, yeah, I was just like, oh, you really like comic books? I'm just like, yeah, I really like that right now. So, I just kept on asking him about stuff. I'm just like, what's Iron Fist's backstory? What's Black Panther's backstory?
You didn't even know Black Panther existed till he was getting his own solo film.
Yeah, no, I knew he existed, and he just told me his origin story, but like I forgot it
No
after
one
a while.
cares about Black Panther.
Back then, he cared about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I thought that was really cool, so I picked up a volume
Secret
of
Avengers.
Miles Morales. You know that. I think Miles Morales. It was called Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yeah, that's probably why I really like Miles Morales because of that series. But yeah, I picked that up and I really liked that. I had no idea that there was a new Spider-Man back then.
Spider-Man's black.
Well, I didn't know that there was a new one. You know. So yeah, I read that. That was really cool. But
When you throw in Spider-Man's black, what the?
and then yeah, that's the only thing that I read. And then when I met Pat, he told me about all these other comics as well. So yeah,
because I'm amazing and I'm way better.
And then that's when I really liked stuff. And then later on, I read Champions and also
We are the champions.
That should be in their soundtrack.
Of the world.
Actually, no, that would be.
If they have Champions, they're gonna have that.
Yeah.
I bet you Nova's gonna be like, I've hung
Hey,
up.
move closer to the microphone so we can actually hear you.
But I'm tired.
Come on. Because when you talk, the audio waveforms are super small. So
I'll just shout like this.
No, you have to go closer. Come on.
This is close enough.
You're trying to do an ASMR.
Hi.
So yeah, that's basically
just hi.
That's basically how I got into comics. We should put my cousin on the podcast sometime.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically that. Now the second thing that I wanted to talk about, character development. How can you do it well?
You develop the character. You give him. Okay, for starters, you give him a human trait. Let's say,
we're all
okay,
human. We can.
This is my favorite one. Roy Harper, the original Speedy, now going by Red Arrow or Arsenal. It kind of changes who's writing him.
I haven't even heard of that person.
He's the original Speedy, the sidekick.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of him.
I know.
Mm.
The reason why he was just a sidekick to Green Arrow, but the reason why he's so good is because he got addicted to drugs, and Green Arrow found out when he teamed up with Green Lantern.
Right.
And Green Arrow abandoned him, or told him to get the hell out.
Wait, when was this? Was this in the New 52?
No, this is before pre-New 52, the old comics.
Oh, right.
And Roy Harper then.
Wait, what year was this?
I don't know. I think it was 1980 or 1990.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's
it was a while ago.
All right, yeah.
It was the old comics,
yeah,
with Green Arrow's stupid hat. Yeah. So we had these guys, and for some reason they, Roy Harper, and the whole moral of Roy Harper, you've seen him over the years trying to get himself better, you've seen him relapse a few times, but
yeah,
that's character development, and he's trying to move on. What's another one? Miss Martian. She is a white Martian, not a green Martian like she says she is. And white Martians are either the rulers or the outcasts, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
It's like racial diversity on Earth, but we're not as big at arseholes about it as we were. Who else? What's a really common one? Not a superhero. Have you guys ever seen Avatar: Lost Airbender? If you
I saw
haven't,
3 episodes of that when I was 12 years old.
If you haven't, go see it. It's great. The TV show, not the movie. Don't watch the movie.
Yeah.
The cartoon was very good, and what made it so good is because they had 4 kids who came from different tribes in the middle of this war. Aang was this airbender whose race is completely dead. There's 2 waterbending tribes. There's one just normal guy who has a sword, and his sister is a waterbender, the last of the Southern Water Tribe. There is a blind earthbender that you meet, an outcast Fire Nation prince and his uncle.
Yeah.
And you just start learning about these characters more and more, and it gets better and better. Like, I remember this episode, Zuko alone, and he's found out about his past. I didn't ask for that, but I wish I did after that. Like, that was good.
You never knew how much you actually wanted it.
Until you, like, you never know how much you need something until you actually, you're like, holy palooza, what the flippin' frog's net?
You sound like Robin from that old Batman TV show.
Holy palooza, Batman. Oh no, I just found this free comic book day book, and it's Avengers Attack on Titan.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look.
What the heck?
Attack on Titan.
Why are the Attack on Titans in there? I mean, the Titans in there.
Why is Black Widow shooting at them? She's got...
That's cool, though.
I know, she's like... Pew, 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 pew. And Hawkeye's like just pulling back his bow.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that. It's like Attack on Avengers or something.
Yeah, it is. That's it. Wow.
That's cool. I like that, actually.
Whatever. My world's been broken. Yeah, so that's character development.
Have you actually seen Attack on Titan ever?
No, I hate Attack on Titan.
It is kind of creepy, yeah.
I hate the comics.
I read the comics, actually, in the old days.
In the olden days.
In the olden days.
In the olden days.
In ye olden days. Yeah, character development though. Isn't The Hobbit like the best story for character development?
Oh yeah, and Lord of the Rings.
Actually, Lord of the Rings isn't really.
It's more the story.
Yeah, it's more like sort of continuing on and like what happened to the younger generation and stuff. But with The Hobbit, you actually get to see like a character who's yeah, but like with Lord of the Rings, when there's like 4 hobbits, it's kind of hard to keep up with it. You know.
Well, no one cares about Pippin and the other guy. And and Dole or Troll or Bowl.
Yeah, so you don't even remember their names,
but Sam and Frodo you care about, even though Frodo's an asshole and tries to abandon everyone.
Oh yeah.
But you care about Legolas, Grimby and the human dude, and Gandalf, but you don't care about those other 2. I think they were just there for comedy.
Are there Lord of the Rings comics?
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, but isn't that the best thing for character development though?
The best thing for character development is find something flawed about the character. Like, let's say, here's a recent thing that Professor Thorgy keeps talking about. The Jean Grey series. She's trying to the Phoenix is coming back, and she's afraid and she knows it's coming for her. It said, Jean Grey, the Phoenix, and she's the Jean Grey, the only one alive at least. And she's been going around trying to stop the Phoenix, trying to find a way to stay in control. But she's found out anyone who comes across the Phoenix dies. So she has to fight the Phoenix before it enters her. And it's this whole series about her trying to fight the Phoenix. It's a very good character development, and spoilers ahead, I'm going to spoil the ending.
Oh.
You have 3 seconds.
Cover your ears, kids.
3, 2, 1. Okay, spoilers. The spoiler is that the Phoenix didn't even come for the Jean Grey, the time-displaced one. She said, and she kills, the Phoenix kills her, and resurrects old Jean Grey, the one that previously died.
Hey, why did you spoil that for me?
I'm
joking. I already know, I'm joking.
And kills Jean Grey. I'm not kidding, that actually happened. It was the whole series was them, oh, you thought I was coming for you? No, I'm resurrecting the old Jean Grey. And that's what happens. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good story though. That is, yeah. Isn't a journey like the best thing for character development, isn't it?
Either a journey or...
That's why The Hobbit's so good.
A journey or something bad has happened, like you're on drugs or you do something dumb. Okay, sorry for that cut. If Isaac didn't cut, I'll kill him. But yeah, what so back to character development. It's like humanity, you have to continue on. You're gonna have to continue on.
I'm gonna have to cut off a lot of stuff.
You just cut off like the first 20 minutes of it. We've only been recording for 20 minutes. Exactly.
Well, then there's no point in putting the thing on there. It just starts off and it's just like din 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 din, and then it just like ends.
Sorry for the cut.
Yeah, sorry for that cut. Like something weird happened.
We were just goofing around.
So the next topic. Are you
Star
done?
Wars, yeah, Star Wars. What was it?
Yeah, so Star Wars. It's everyone's seen it. Everyone's seen it. You have to have seen it. All of it.
The
so
new Star
good.
Wars.
Yeah, but also Solo Star Wars stories coming out soon.
Who wants to see it? No one asked for it, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's like another one of those things where you have no idea that you wanted it until you actually see it.
I bet you everyone's gonna be like, no one asked for this, please take it away. It's gonna be like so
I'm
bad.
excited though. It has Donald Glover in it.
And?
I think he's playing Lando Calrissian.
I think he is.
Actually, yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He has the same cape and everything, so yeah.
The only thing I'm like concerned about is that they've gone through so much trouble and so much has happened behind the set. Like they fired a director, they got a new one. Paul Bettany came in to fill in someone else's shoes. Something happened to the set.
Yeah, that's what they did with Justice League. Like they got a different director like halfway through.
I know. And like there were so many reshoots for it, and there were quite a lot of reshoots for this. So I'm just afraid that like it could be like really bad. Like it might not be as good as Justice League. And Justice League was apparently very bad, but I found that okay.
The thing that I wanted to talk about though is the stormtroopers. They wear a helmet which has
they
like
look sad.
Well, yeah, the original ones looked sad, and now they look like they're crying because it looks like tears are coming out of their eyes. That's how sad they are. Yeah.
No, the next one's an emoji. The next one's got the crying emoji on their face. Why?
But they have like this sort of fixed emotion on their helmet. Like it's like they're not human. They're just programmed to be like that. And the original ones were clones, like the clone troopers, and then they just made them into stormtroopers. But now they're not because they want to get more of them. But anyway, please stop. Please stop. Can you actually stop?
But I'm saying the Star Wars theme song is you're doing it. That makes it cooler.
Yeah. But that's what happens. And then like if you look at
what happens in life. Yeah.
You're ruining this for me.
Oh, sorry.
You're ruining this for everyone.
You're ruining it for everyone. You're an asshole. That's just me.
Okay, let me re-say this. So like the original ones, like they were clones. Like they weren't even normal people. Because they were the clone troopers before, and they just made them into stormtroopers. And then obviously the next one, they just took kids from their families, but they brainwashed them and made them like actually.
Do this and we'll give you free pocket money. Yeah! Shoot this butt and we'll give you $100. Okay. I want $100. 100 credits, whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever. I think, yeah, it is credits, isn't it? But then there's Finn from not A New Hope, what am I talking about? The Force Awakens.
It is A New Hope.
Well,
it's so similar.
It is really similar, yeah. CinemaSins said that, like, they're trying to copy a lot of stuff.
Oh my god, it's so similar.
Yeah, but I think the first sort of thing that changed was the sort of bloody handprint on his helmet, because that's like someone who died like sort of imprinted their hand on him. But then like you can sort of see the emotion in his face, like when it starts, when they're supposed to shoot the guy and he's just like kind of terrified and he feels bad, and he's like the only sort of stormtrooper that stands out. But like what happens?
Doesn't kill.
Yeah, but then as soon as he takes off his helmet, that's like a human right there.
That's
not
human.
a human right there.
A puny human.
It's just a human, not even a what's the name, a stormtrooper anymore. Not even like some kind of weird program thing. Just a human, just an actual person, and like that's pretty crazy actually. Not crazy, like that's interesting. That's what I meant to say. Like as soon as you take off the helmet, you're not like a part of the Empire anymore. I mean the First Order, as they call it now.
The First Order.
Yeah.
That's a terrible name, honestly. I think they should have got rid of it a while ago.
Well, it does sound sort of more really awesome, I think. No. That's just what I think. Don't worry about me. But
don't care about you, okay?
yeah. But But yeah, isn't that interesting though, like what the mask sort of represents? I mean, the helmet.
Yeah,
It represents that you're the same as everybody else around you, and you're just like programmed like that. So just take it off. That's pretty cool.
This got depressing quickly.
Well, it's not really depressing. It's kind of interesting to talk about. So but then you sort of they call him a traitor. But
traitor.
He isn't doing. Oh yeah. The guy, like, got rid of his gun just to get that really cool weapon and spin it around, and then you just killed him anyway.
That was, like,
he was just trying to look cool, I think. Yeah. But yeah, people call him a traitor, but is he really doing the right thing? He's actually doing the right thing by not being a part of them.
Well, technically, his allegiance was to the First Order. And, like,
when they're a kid, they make them promise that they're never going to do anything bad. But, like, you can't really make that decision when you're a kid.
They're kids!
And you're going to change when you become older.
You're going to lie when you're a kid. I mean, like...
Everyone lies when they're a kid.
They're, like, holding a gun to his head. Are you going to follow orders? Yes, don't kill me.
Yeah, well, that's because they don't want to kill them, not because they actually want to follow the thing. Hey, don't you think the prequels aren't very nice?
Prequels suck.
I mean, the Star Wars prequels, they just aren't very nice, you know?
They suck.
Because, like
Turkey's
it's really cool when, like, the light side of the Force is just, like, the Rebel Alliance, and they're trying to be really cool. They're just, like, really cool, like, there's some really cool fighter pilots. It's not fun when they're, like, the Jedi who's, like, in charge of everything, you know?
They're just, like, having to save it.
Because, like, it's like the Jedi, they have to be, like, these perfect-minded people. It's more fun when they're, like, really cool,
and
like,
flawed
fighter pilots, and, like, cool, like, mechanics and stuff, and, like, oh, there's a guy who's Force sensitive, he has a lightsaber. He's, like, the legacy of the Jedi or whatever. Isn't that much cooler?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to have a Star Wars story that isn't really in the canon of, that's, like, in the prequels, that's not really fun. It's more fun with, like, the stuff after that.
No one cares about what happened before.
Well, it did sort of shape everything that happens now, but it's just more fun in the future,
they're gonna have the prequels after this. They're like, what the hell happened before? Why was Joe Kenobi or Ben Kenobi? Not Ben Kenobi.
His name is Ben Kenobi.
No, I mean,
Obi-Wan.
Kenobi, or the guy who was mentoring Kenobi.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I only know about Star Wars because I played the Lego games.
Yeah, same here. High five.
Yeah, high five.
We
didn't even make a slapping noise. There we go.
Sounds for the day. 1.
Yeah, but I don't really understand stuff because, like, back then in Lego games, they didn't even talk. Like, it's just like, like when they're supposed to say something.
They did Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown talks.
Yeah, but the teachers did it.
Oh yeah. You don't even see any adults in Charlie Brown, do you?
You see their feet.
Yeah, but you never get to actually see their face. That's really cool.
Because they're probably ugly and disgusting underneath.
Oh.
They're just too lazy to draw a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is nice to just see the kids, actually.
Or maybe when you turn 15, you go...
Oh, there's something I forgot to say. You know, when we were talking about how we got into comics, there's something I forgot to say. So, like, when I went to,
Speed activate.
Like, this is when I sort of started being interested in comics, like...
Stop touching me with your feet.
Sorry.
Weird.
I'm just kicking my feet in the air.
But, it feels weird.
Alright, so, I went
How
to...
does it feel?
I went to... Don't do that.
It feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
To be.
I went to New York when I was 10 for a holiday.
New York City!
When I was in, like, 5th grade, year 5, whatever you call it, wherever you live. So, yeah, I went there. And, basically, yeah, I went to New York for a holiday. That was, quite fun, actually. And, I went to this shop called Midtown Comics, and that was really cool. Read some of the Archie comics, actually, back in the day.
Archie was good, but now it's...
Like, in the old art style, you know?
Yeah,
where it looks like a cartoon.
The first Archie comic I ever read was this Kiss Archie comic.
Oh yeah, you told me about that, like, in the podcast.
I can't find it. It's, like, gone. I must have given it to Brody or someone, because I hated it.
You just meet him again, give me it back.
Give it! She's holding me gunpoint. Give it!
Yeah. But Yeah, I read that, and also I read Charlie Brown. You know, it's called Peanuts for no reason, and then I made like little comic strips because I was inspired by that, and I wanted to. I'll show you the little comic strips that I made sometime. How about that? Next time I see you, I'm gonna bring because I had like 2 books full of it.
Next time you see the people in the podcast, there's only one other here.
No, next time I see you.
Oh, I think.
No, but like I filled up 2 big books full of just comic strips that I made.
Big Nose Bob.
Yeah, like by the way, I used to make a comic called Big Nose Bob. Oh my gosh, good times.
I remember when I was just like, why?
Well, that was when I was in like year 4 and all the way through to like year 6.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah, I made Big Nose
I had
Bob.
No original ideas. I just copied like.
And then there's like a bad guy called Big Nose Blue, and he's just the same guy but blue.
You monster!
And then
You're a Smurf!
And then there's Big Nose Bob, and then his friend is called Big Nose Jim, and then his cousin is called Big Nose Bruce.
And you should make a guy called Small Nose.
Yeah, he was like a secret agent, yeah. No, but it's like in a world where everyone has like a massive nose and their head is really weird.
And like the secret agent is a small nose.
Yeah, I actually used to make those comics back when I was like 8 years old. And like, I made loads of them. I have like a big like file full of it. I'll show you, actually.
You've already showed me.
Like the...
I could barely carry it.
Yeah, I made so many of them.
Heavy.
And everyone thought I was really cool, but like looking back on it now, like it's kind of stupid. But anyway,
try showing them.
Yeah, that'd be so good. Okay, Google Drive link in the description to a Big Nose Bob comic.
Oh,
you can tell me how bad it is. I didn't even rule the frames with a ruler. I just drew the frames.
Did anyone at that age?
Nah.
No.
And like a bunch of people saw my comics and they're just like, "Oh, that's cool. I want to make comics." So yeah, thank you for watching. Do you want to tell a funny story? Because I told the last one. So yeah.
Okay.
You can tell a story.
Oh god, I gotta think of something. Just give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds later.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me another 2 seconds.
You have loads of funny stories, don't you?
Yes, but I'm trying to find a good one. Because I've already told, like, a lot.
You already told the Nesquik one ages ago.
Did I? Did I tell the next?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did. Sorry, I'm sitting funnily on my Jedi robe. I got this Jedi robe.
Yeah, it's like this little dressing gown kind of thing, but it looks like a Jedi robe. It's really cool.
Yeah.
This has been a really fun podcast, hasn't it?
I
like
fell
this.
asleep through half of it.
You didn't fall asleep. You were conscious, but you were just...
I was just like, go to sleep!
That's why it's so fun, because you don't have to do squat.
I've got a funny story.
Yeah.
Avatar Last Airbender. I know we talked about that earlier. I'll tell you the funny story of how I tried tracking down all the DVDs.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Okay, so for
You go.
my birthday one time, my nana bought me season 3, book 3 of Avatar Last Airbender. I was like, and I was so excited for it. I wanted to watch it straight away, but the problem was, I was jumping into the end of the story. So, I had to go track down all the others. And my adventure continued. I travelled through many, many shopping centres, getting lollipops and gum stuck to my shoe. No, I'm just kidding.
That can happen.
That actually has happened.
Yeah.
No, so what happened was, my sisters had a shit ton of money from Christmas, and they're like, I want to spend it. I was like, well, girls, do you want to spend it on something useful? Because I had enough money to get all the seasons, well, both 2 seasons. I was like, no, we're going to waste it on pedicures and face things that we're probably never going to use in our lives. And I was just like, are girls this stupid?
No, your sisters are.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're listening to this, they're not going to listen
They're
to
not
this.
going to listen to this. They hate me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so back to the story, yes. We went to about 17 shopping centres in 1 week. Trying to find it.
Okay. Just look online.
Nah, online, you couldn't find them for some reason. Well, eBay wasn't around, or we didn't discover eBay at this time yet.
This must have been a long time ago. When did it come out?
I don't know, like 18th century.
Wait, what? No. That's like the 1700s.
And we were in the 1600s. Wait, what? I went looking for the DVDs everywhere.
That confuses you as a kid. Because, like, the 21st century is just the 20s. And the
Duh.
20th century is the...
So...
Well, it does make sense, though, but I can't be bothered to explain it, and no one cares anyway, so, yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Like, seriously? Do you want me to get out?
No.
Do you really hate me that much?
No.
Alright, so, yeah.
Back to the story. After 17 shopping centres, we found them. But they're having an auction for them since they were, like... Apparently there was a bunch of fans trying to buy them. I was like... Why would you auction DVDs? Just get the DVDs! So, we were, like, bidding, like... Okay, for the first season, how much am I getting? $2? $2 are gone. $1, $20? $20 I hear $20. $60? $100? Sold. $100 for the first season.
It's like a Monopoly auction. Like, it's just so little.
I only had $100. I was like, $100 for the first season? What the... I could just go down to Blockbusters. At this time, Blockbusters was still around. That place where you could rent movies. And you'd have to give them back. And I could go down and rent it for that much. Like, I could rent every movie in there for that much.
Oh.
Probably not, but still.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. I'd be watching a lot of horror movies then if I did that.
Why are you having like a horror movie phase right now?
I don't know. I'm really scared of horror movies, so I'm trying to force my way through them. Just make it. Just do it. Read. I couldn't resist. So then the second season came out. I'm just like, okay, fine. If I couldn't get the first season, I'll just get this one. I'll come back another day. It's like, okay, let's start off at $100. I was like, are you serious? I went up to my Nana, give me another $100. I was like, I will mow your lawns. She's like, okay, because I never mowed lawns, and she was going to help me. They're nanas. Nana and Pop are usually going to help you. She didn't actually physically give me $100, but she said she'd help me pay for it. I was like, and then some idiot screamed out, $300!
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, are you serious? Apparently these were the director cuts, though, with all the director stuff over it, like... And signed by the directors.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that till the end. I was like, "Hey, do you have any more of them?" And like, actually, yeah, we have a shit ton in the back. I was like, "Why were you auctioning them then?" I was like,
they're signed ones.
They're the ones signed by the director, and they have a director voiceover.
At least you got the first one though.
I was like, no, I didn't get the first one.
Oh.
I was like. I lit up with joy. I was like, you have more? It's like, yes, but they're $200 if you want to pay for both seasons. I'm like...
I already have that anyway, so...
And they're like, well, don't cry, don't... I like actually bursted out into tears because I was like so emotionally torn. I was like 9 at the time.
Yeah, you care about stuff like that when you're young. Like,
and they're like... Shh,
everything matters a whole lot more when you're younger.
We can make it $130. I'm like, wait, what? And why'd you say it was $200? It's like, we can if you have a JB Hi-Fi card. And I had a JB Hi-Fi card for some reason. I think it was Dad's. I think I stole it at the time. Sorry, Dad, if you listen to this, but I bet you don't.
He listened to the first one and didn't like it. So
he said it was Sheldon's Fun with Flags.
Oh, yeah, we do, yeah.
That was mean.
He said it reminded him of that, yeah.
No, he said this is worse than Sheldon's Fun with Flags.
So stupid.
Even, I think that's meant to be a joke at everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I finally got it for $130. And the best thing was, I didn't have to mow Nana's lawn. Cool. Because she lived at Bathurst at the time. That was really just, if I had to, that would just really be an excuse to move back to Bathurst for like a week and try and mow a lawn.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out, but I still got my DVDs and I binged them for the next 2 weeks. I literally watched them over and over again because I was obsessed with it.
It is kind of cool though, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you see something like that, don't you want to make a comic that's a lot like that? You know? Like...
Run.
That's what I did, like, I saw, like, what's the name of that show? I don't even remember what... I don't remember. It's like this cartoon, regular show, how could I forget that? And then, like, I was just like, that's really cool. And then I started making a comic where like everyone's like an animal or something, and like I just stopped.
Yeah, why is everyone an animal? Like, there's like a few humans, but like, why are most people animals?
I don't know. I think it's just why not, you know? It's just like why not kind of thing.
Because if we developed from apes, why can't birds develop into bird people?
If people developed from apes, why are there still apes nowadays?
Because they never developed.
How did that? It doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
Though, all of them should. I don't know.
God is real.
Well, that doesn't exactly prove that God is real. Like,
God is
this
real.
is not the type of podcast to be talking about, like, really deep.
There should
questions.
be. I bet you there's a Christian podcast.
Probably
God is real.
There's an atheist podcast. God isn't real. Science wins.
God isn't real.
Science wins.
No.
My dad's a lawyer.
My dad's a lawyer.
Anyway, before we make this like even more stupid, we should end this off. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and check out our website and do cool stuff. Read comics. Be awesome. See you in the next one.